Hello. Welcome aboard the Zane train. Zane here. As you can see, we're back to some paranormal site. Sorry, just make sure this is good. So, last time I played, I'm like several steps away from getting rid of this pillow behind me, but sure. Basically, last time where we left off, well, one, Shogo dead. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, duh. Alright, last time we played... why? Hold the fuck. Why is this thing being stupid? There we go. I don't know why I did that, but sure. Okay, just make sure you guys can. Anyway, last time we played, a funny little thing happened, and said funny little thing is, all three of these motherfuckers have different curse stones, which we kind of figured out through Shogo. Where we left off with her was finding out that the girl who would have any information on her son's murder unfortunately committed suicide, and it had been it happened the week before they got the information that they were about to go ahead and talk to her. That girl, Michio, also happens to be Yako's best friend who committed suicide, and it's most likely because of a different teacher who is kind of a dick. So, or not kind of a dick, basically feels like he's a dick and he's done some very shady shit. And it sounds like some of that shady shit involves flirting with other students, especially after school hours. Tetsuo, his whole goal is to collect all the different curse stones and bring them to the paranormal department of the oh my goodness, the paranormal section of the police department that he works in. There we go. Trying to English. Which means he'll eventually run into Haruo and Yako later, but for the most part, he already has 3 in his pocket. One he got from the gentleman at the bridge, Yutaro. Or if I go to this shit, nope. We already got the stone from... Nope. Where is he? We already got the stone from... Who are you again? Oh wait, no, that was the partner. But that's not who I'm looking for. We already got the stone from... Come on. Yeah, we got the stone from Hideki because we managed to actually talk him into giving it to us. To Tetsuo, to clarify, and the other one was Yutaro, the gentleman on the bridge, who we also basically managed to convince to give us the stone. His ability is great if people don't know ahead of time a way to block out hearing the cursed voices, which I helped Tetsuo with. He probably would have died had I not blocked it out, but yeah. We actually have not run into him yet, Takumi. Because we ran into him in Shogo's story in the prologue. However, in Shogo's story, depending on which direction you go, he dies. But we know nothing about his curse echo or any of his abilities. He works as a secretary for this company. What was it? Yeah, Natsue Yamamori. Where's the company again? There we go. Hihaku Soaps. Which apparently is supposed to help prevent the 7 mysteries of Honjo, but I don't know. I feel back and forth on it. On the one hand, he could be telling the truth, and the other, not so convinced. Oh, that's what he looks like. Okay. And they keep referencing something about the Nejima murders. Because apparently this gentleman had something to do with it, Fumichika. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know if that's true or not, or if this dude just got baited, but we'll find out. This is the high school teacher that's shady as shit. He's the one who I feel like had something on, what is it? He's the one who I feel like had something on Michio and was the reason why she died. If he's not the direct cause of it, something that he knew about her is the reason why she decided to jump off the building. Maybe he knew, maybe he saw when she took, or maybe I'm thinking way too many theories in my head. Maybe he's the reason why, or not, maybe he's the reason why. Let me start all over. He could be the person who saw Michio convince Harue's son to help her and talk him into getting into the van, which eventually led to that 11-year-old boy's death. Or for all we know, he could have been the gentleman in the van. I have absolutely no clue. We'll find out later. But right now, we're back to her story, where at one point we really couldn't even continue because we had to complete all this other stuff first before we came back to her. So, speaking of which, let's resume. Oh, dude. It is absolutely depressing. It's also a Square Enix game. It's on sale for like $10, which is the only reason why I got it. I'm like, actually, perfect way to explain. You know how you were in, how you mentioned, in our text that like you were interested in, Crimson Desert because you were seeing stuff about it? One of the streamers that I follow, she was playing this, and because of how the story began in the beginning, I was like, oh, I may want to play this. And I actually had to stop watching her because of the fact that I'm like, nope. And there was a video that she put on YouTube also, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna wait. Let me see. Let me just wishlist this on Steam, just in the off chance. And as it turns out, oh, it's on sale for $10. I think the last day of the sale was maybe today. Maybe. Because it was a Square Enix sale. Yeah. Gotcha. When Forge wrote what he did, where it's like 500 and something, and I'm like, I don't mind really long games because Warframe. Why did I blank? Warframe can be very long too. However, there were quite a few things that kind of would want me to pull. Oh my god. Because I have other shit on the mind. Anyway, because there's other stuff like story related stuff that keeps pulling me back. Yes, I know English is very hard for me right now. How did you say it? My English is not very good looking. Oh shit. Then I will get right to the story, although I don't know if that will help you stay awake till caboose. Because unless there's some scary shit happens, which last session not too much scary shit happened. If it's nothing but me reading any of this stuff, like, I don't know if I'll be able to keep you awake. I can yell at you, or I can try to figure something out. Jump scares to keep you alert. Alright, let's hope this has plenty of them. Just, I hope it doesn't make you jump to end up. Like, please be careful. Please be safe is all that matters to me. But yeah. That's the other thing about Tina. Outside of it being a very depressing story, it is a visual novel mystery thriller type of game. and it's all about the paranormal. Right now I'm playing as 3 characters that each have acquired curse stones, and they can either kill someone, which is a main component of it. They can either kill someone to get at basically kill people to get these things called soul dregs, and if they get up to a certain amount, they can perform this thing called a rite of resurrection. Now, why would they do that? If they lost anybody in their life, or if they died, and if they want an opportunity to bring them back. However, the cost is you killing mad people to try to bring them back. Think of it like a leveling system. If you're fighting, or not if you're fighting, if you're killing, like, let's say random people out on the street, you'll get like maybe like a small percentage. If you kill another curse bearer, which are the people with the curse stones, you get a huge jump in filling up the curse stone that you have on you with soul drag. So it basically incentivizes murdering people so that you can go ahead and be able to perform the rite. Unfortunately, the curse stones are also kind of fucked up with the history behind it. Like, I won't read all of them. I'll only like explain one, but like for example, the Fool's Procession, because one of the characters I'm using actually has that. Basically, like, outside of the history behind it, if you're also wondering why a lot of the dots are red, it's mainly basically signifying that it's new. From what I've learned from previous visual novels, and I feel like I'm having the same problem here, reading some of the files can actually kind of spoil you on shit that you haven't been told yet in the game. So yeah, I ain't doing that. But as far as let's say resentful memories, because each of them has like a specific memory. One of them for this particular curse is that Omio stood atop a festival tower. It was her time to shine, was ecstatic. It had been years since she joined the troupe, but she had yet to enjoy her day in the spotlight. She wasn't particularly pretty, nor was she all that talented. As a gossip and a loudmouth, she wasn't well liked by her peers. Some of the other girls thought of her as a teacher's pet and bullied her. I don't care about them, she thought. I'll use this chance to make something of myself. Everything was perfect. She wore a beautiful kimono and an okame mask over her face. The stage was set. The accompaniment began. She danced with everything she had. Applause rained down upon her from the crowd. Her breathing hastened with excitement. I've got to catch my breath. That's strange. I can't take my mask off. The smell of glue assaulted her nostrils. So that's how it is. I knew it was too good to be true. Her screams were drowned out by the music as she squirmed and struggled. Omio is giving it her all today. We have to keep up. The crowd livened even more. No, please someone help me. She fell from the tower, writhing in pain as she begged those around her for help. The music stopped in time with Omio's heart. A lot of shit really fucked up happened. Another one being that there was like an alert with if I remember correctly, with whatchamacallit, I think it was the Evergreen Beach, where it had something to, no, it was a lantern, where some shit happened with basically something really fucked up happened with the fire. If I remember correctly, I think it was a small, where are you? Wasn't the Feast of Shadows right now? Oh, never mind. That's the other thing too. The curses that come along with it, with how you can basically attack people, which what I should have said before. The curse power for the Fool's Procession kills by fatal fall when one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the curse bearer. So this one sounds extremely hard. In order to kill somebody with this curse, you have to make sure they hear their music for 30 seconds and they cannot see you. For the Evergreen Beach, this one, and the fact that it's in the hands of a detective is what the fuck. But the cursed power is that it kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the cursed bearer with false statements. Basically, you lie to me, I kill you. Now, the thing about the game also, Martina, is that I can also choose not to use the curse. I do not have to use it at all if I choose not to. So, that's fun. But, alright, we're going back to, unfortunately, the mom who lost her son and we're investigating his murder. Oh wait, I guess we resume. Okay. No! Oh fuck, I meant to resume from conversation on the bridge. Well, I guess it's a nice recap, so fuck it. Oh wait, no, that would take too long. Sorry, nope. You hope she finds him? Man, shit, I hope so too. By the way, this Richter Kai, it is so much reading, but you can actually also skip it. The only thing is, unlike the Zero Escape games I suggested to you, Martina, like 999, with this one, you can even skip new dialogue that you haven't seen yet. So, for me, I'm a little worried about it because I don't know if I can miss something that I have already read. So... yeah, this I already read, because this is when we found out that one of her friends actually died. YOLO. We found out that one of her friends died in the river because of the Nejima murder. And the only reason why she found out was because she found the hand in the river that we're at right now. Yep. So, like, for example, 20 years she was still a schoolgirl. It was filthier, and you could look over the water, see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And then one day, among the filth and garbage, there was a piece of her missing classmate's hand. Yep. And the only reason why she knew was because she was the one who found it. Some awful memories of it. Okay. The turtles didn't help her? Nah, motherfucker. The turtles would not help her, because those fuckers are in New York. They didn't visit Japan, or at least I don't think they were in Japan at the time. She wasn't cool enough for the Turtle Club. We'll do this where she tells her that we found out that the girl who would know the information is probably dead. Wait, fuck, I moved too quickly. Good idea of what he's hiding, call it a hunch. I can guess, but... oh! Should I have... okay, no, that's what I did last time. Okay. I can remember. Oh, that's right, because we investigated all the people that were there. Okay. Something wrong. Okay, here's a talk about the Nejima murders. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. We found out that in this game that people who are arrested, like, especially if it's like, let's say like a first offense for like for some of the horrible shit that they did, unfortunately, even murder in this game, if you serve 20 years and like, let's say it's the only time that you've done it, you can probably get parole, get out after 20 years, but they can even, but They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so that they won't be recognized if they're trying to get a job. Wait, for real? I'll let him message you about that, but I believe that, Caboose. Knowing your name, I believe that. I don't recall a Caboose in TMNT. That does sound very funny because it actually got me thinking about that. Alright, so Nejima could actually be out on parole. They're saying that maybe he could be part of it. Oh, because I got 10 hours of gameplay? What? Alright. I feel like that would be easy. What was it? Oh. Oh. I am glad I accidentally chose this. I forgot she mentioned that. The janitor that we saw at the high school. Oh, shit. The janitor could be Nejima. Oh, fuck. Okay. Much thinner. Right, because in the original picture, he was definitely thicker, but oh, fuck. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the Curse Bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other Curse Bearers will all come out the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Excuse me, this is new, because this is where we stopped last time. Is that random ass woman? It's been a while since somebody spooked me like that. Is that a woman's voice? Who could it be? Actually, let me save. I don't trust this shit. It's her again! What the fuck? You were with, what's his name? You were with Yutato at the bridge. I fucking remember you. Okay. Reminiscent of Carmen Sandiego. Oh my god. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah, this is the second time I've seen this woman. The second fucking time I've seen this woman. I do not trust her for shit. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be Curse Bearers? Curse Bearers? What's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it. Boatwoman Sacramento. What the fuck? I want to hit you. I want to hit you. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more? Miss... What was your name again? Oh, silly me. I'm Ayame Tono. Okay. Yeah, and I remember you with Yutato, and you wanted... What was it? You wanted... I don't know if you were partnering with him or something, but... She certainly had no reservations telling us about the rite of resurrection. It'll be worth keeping an eye on her. She could be trouble. I am inclined to believe that. She says her name's Ayame. I guess she's around 20? She must be brave walking around alone this late, or maybe there's more to it. Okay, making sure that there wasn't anything else. Alright. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow. No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So are you saying you're one of these curse bearers? No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is. Oh, so I guess at this time he didn't get his curse stone taken from him yet. From Tetsuo. Yutaro, is that your boyfriend? Oh, heavens no, he's just a friend. Oh, that poor dude got friend zoned. No, but his full name is Yutaro Namagaki, where I suppose you could say partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. Ah, that must be it. She must be half of the uncoupled Richter mentioned. So where's this Yutaro now? Well, about that. Oh, okay, so he did get it taken. He's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer. Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he had lost his curse stone. Typical, right? It makes such a show of being a top student only to flunk when it counts. Ow! Fuck. That was, brutal. Yeah, right? Jesus. So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself. I want something done right. What? Who do you want to bring back? Why are you doing this? Because you are being very too nonchalant about all this, knowing fully well that people could die. Which also, by the way, being a curse stone bearer, like if you already had any small urges of wanting to kill someone but not really wanting to act on it, the curse stone can actually amplify those urges and will really like just be like, do it, kill him. They deserve to die and all this other shit, and I'm like, holy fuck. So yeah. So I was just seeing something really quickly. All right. Oh god, it clicked off for like 1 second. Okay, I don't need to look at that. Wait, I say that, but then there was more. All right, but okay, but she isn't a curse bearer herself, and her friend has lost his curse stone. All right, neither of them will be of use to me. He lost it. How did he do that? I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. You're a liar. You're a liar, because I was Tetsuo when it happened, and I saw your ass run the moment I took the stone from him. Well, actually, no, I might have been Shogo when it happened. There's a lot to remember for that, but I don't know. I feel like you were there when it happened. I can't remember fully. It could be mixing up with whatever memories I have when I was playing as Shogo. All I know is that he came back saying he doesn't have it anymore. Although, well, it's strange that you probe into that of all things. I'm just a curious sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Cool, because I'm going to keep asking. Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. Okay, now that's checked off. So, anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a curse bearer? Oh, that? I'm terribly sorry, I was rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers? Great question, and the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones. And you thought we'd have given them to you? Just like that? Well, maybe not, but you know what they say, you never know until you ask. This bitch is... she is not all there. I don't know why you thought that was just like willy-nilly. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just like... I'm... Whatever, fucker. I don't trust this bitch. I'm sorry. You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. Oh goodness no, we're just friends. Martina, I have a bad feeling about this bitch. Caboose, I know you hear me say this too. Something doesn't feel right. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know. Nobody's saying that. Oh, that's the other thing. This also takes place at some point in the 80s. I don't remember the exact year, but it's definitely at some point in the 80s. Okay, I was curious if there was something else. Okay, sorry, I had to double check something. What the? Okay, I got confused by something. Alright, there we go. Alright. PC was acting a little bit weird. Alright, continuing. Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me. No, because I'm gonna keep bothering you. So, what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection? Well, Utaro had his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems... how do I put it? Self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Utaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it. Of course, keeping secrets is my business. It's also funny how she's like, yeah, don't say anything, please. Appreciate it. And I'm like, bitch! You mean? My, aren't you dashing? Sounds like you really have your heart set on this right. What were you hoping to use it on? Do you promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart. Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. I'm an art student, you see? Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular. Ukiyo-e, You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. I don't know what it means, and I'm very curious. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e, I'm hoping I'm saying this right, as some inaccessible high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't it fascinating? Oh, yeah, I guess. And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-es is the one and only Hokusai. Are you planning on bringing him back? Have you heard of him? Sure I have. He's famous. Doesn't he live somewhere around here, back in the Edo period? That's right. You're just as knowledgeable as you look. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Primarily woodblock prints and paintings. Ah, okay, got you. Thank you, Martina. Appreciate it. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic, they're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. Yeah, the power of Google. I was afraid to Google because, and that's something I should have told you, for when you play 999, unless if you know the or for whenever you go back to it. For specific things that you hear about, do not Google shit about it. I have been warned about that through Caboose, Sick Chris, and Sephiroth VR10, or OGZ Sephiroth. Mainly because other people have also looked into that, and for some reason, so many people have done it that it led to spoilers of the game. So, if you see anything that you're not sure what it means, don't look it up until after you beat the game. That's all I suggest. That's all I'm suggesting. It's the first time I've ever been in a situation like that, so like, yep, nope. That's why when you looked into it for me, I'm like, thank you, because I don't know if the same shit can happen here too. Probably not, but better safe than sorry. Not for this game, especially if you don't care for spoilers, by all means. I'm okay with it. I'm glad that you told me that, because that one, they already mentioned woodblock paints or prints and stuff like that, but you helped explain it a little bit better, so appreciate it. I'm pretty sure we'd be like, oh, this feels like a spoiler for the story. I'm not gonna say shit. For 999, I'm like, I hardcore suggest please don't Google anything that you don't understand. Ask me if you really want to know, and then I'll explain as best as I can. But don't look it up. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work. I've gotta admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself. Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. Why am I afraid of what she's wishing for? That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up until his old age. Huh, impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. Oh my god, wait, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Except all that went through my head is, even if you want to bring him back, he's 90. And also, even if you bring him back, who's to say the poor man won't die again like the next day or even in the next hour? Bringing someone back doesn't mean that whatever ailments they died from, if it was from ailments, magically goes away. That too. That too. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time. That's why I'm like, her saying this, granted, she doesn't know my character, Harume, who is the woman on the right. She doesn't know that it's like, I'm sorry, if you're trying to bring him back, while I get it, fuck you, because my 11-year-old son died of a murder, an accidental murder, and the reason why it was accidental was because the cops botched up the investigation with ransom talks against the kidnappers who took her son to begin with, and in them botching it up, it led to her son's death and him being found in the river that they're standing on the bridge in front of. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm sorry, this artist that you really like, if that's what you're aiming for, my apologies, chick, but he lived a full ass life. If reincarnation exists, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He doesn't need any of that. But it's like, nah, you can't convince me otherwise. I'm sorry, no. Alright, hold on. Yeah, no, fuck that. Well, that's what I want to find out. Nah, no problem, Skrarlock. Like, really not an issue, dude. Absolutely not an issue. I saw you were online and I'm like, hey, I have an opportunity to raid you. Let me go ahead and do that before I call it a night. So I'm glad I was able to raid. Thank you for coming by. Now you can go ahead and yell at your niece who's been bullying me. I say jokingly, she did not do any of the sort, although now I'm waiting for the for the death stare heading my way. I can feel it even though I'm like several hours away from her. I can feel it right now. Okay, cool, awesome. You didn't hear it. You're completely okay. Yep. Yep. Totally didn't say anything. Back to the story. Hold on. Are you saying, oh my god, Martina, we're right? This bitch wants to bring back a painter from the Edo period. Which, you're even more so right, because he would die from the shock. The Edo period's like, what, hundreds of years ago? That motherfucker's gonna be like, what are all of you wearing? What is this color TV that I'm staring at? He wouldn't even know what the fuck a color TV is. Which, by the way, Skrarlock, this is taking place in, like, I believe, mid-80s, if I got it right. So yeah, I'm just like, what the hell? The fuck? Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? What's tragic is you want to bring this poor man back to life. He's in the 90s. Or he was in the 90s before he passed. Leave him be. Oh, no. Nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going. Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern technologies. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. So now I'm curious what you thought Yutaro's wish was that was selfish when he lost his cursed stone. Oh. What the fuck? Whatever, chick. You gotta be kidding me. So if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to... That's right. I want to bring Hokusai back to life. Well, that's certainly a novel idea. I love her look. I love her look. Oh my god, I love her look. The look she has. She's already dead inside, but the look she has is like, bitch, you are not seeing this in front of me. You want to bring an old artist back to life while I'm here trying to bring my 11-year-old son back. Okay. Have fun. That's what she'd use it on. What a waste. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on the curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck. Bye, crazy bitch. I can't believe I just legit heard that. Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after curse stones, we should keep an eye on her. Too, if we can. Why do you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers. There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while. Please be careful, sir. Oh, I have a feeling something's gonna happen. Oops, not file. Save. Alright. This is all of this happened in the course of a night. So to try to condense this as short as I can, Scarlock, basically I'm playing as 3 curse bearers. They're each going after these curse stones that if you use them to kill other curse bearers, or just other people in general to fill them up, you can basically try to perform the rite of resurrection. And the rite of resurrection is exactly what it's saying. It's giving you the ability to bring someone back to life. Like one person, that is it. Who do you want to bring back? And each of these people want to do it for various reasons. For this woman, it's her young son. For the other crazy bitch that we just heard, she wants to bring back an artist so he can have 5 more years back. Maybe. The other 2 protagonists I'm playing as, one of them, she's trying to bring back a close friend of hers who committed suicide. About a week ago from the timeline of this game. And the other one, he works for a paranormal section in the police department that he currently works at. And he's trying to gather up the cursed stones to just put them in safekeeping and keep them away from everybody else, because a whole bunch of people are about to die if they keep trying to use this. Because the cursed stones can also, if you have an inkling on, or not even an inkling, like if you even have a small desire of wanting to murder someone, like while trying to bring somebody back to life, these stones will amplify it. Like they will like just push you more in that urge, like to want to do so. So the longer you have them, the worse it can get. There's a lot more to it, but it's a lot to really explain. Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers and came home alone. The old Shigima mansion. We rebuilt it here after the Great Kanto earthquake. It's always stayed the same, all these years. Even the war didn't touch it. I never liked it growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern. I can hear the wind rustling in the trees. Will this really be enough to gather the soul dregs I need? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. Okay, just had to make sure there wasn't anything else. Oh, yep, give me the sticker. Okay. Well, actually, there's no need for me to save, because I'm pretty sure that I would have to redo the decision anyway if I do so. I'm gonna go inside. I guess I could wait to see if I bump into anybody, but okay, now I'm curious what happens if I click the other one. Oh, was that really it? Maybe that was just it. Oh, I guess I can't do anything until I complete everybody else's stuff. Okay. Alright, the detective who has three curse stones. Alright, so where we last left off with him, after persuading Araishi, the curse bearer of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Tatsumi and Erio have attained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. Well, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? We got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looks suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time? There might not have been any curse bearers around. It sounds like we need to do another round before morning comes then. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? No way. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out the this last place. Excuse me. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Oh. This is when they find him dead. We lost. Right, this is where we lost the other stone, where if you turn your back on somebody, they die. I was wondering when somebody was gonna run into him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell is this? Is he dead? Damn it! We were too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm going to call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna take a look around. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensics team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. That is bad news. So they got someone else. You think this is the work of the curse bearer? With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Shit. Guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. Huh? Boss, that phone is ringing. He seems distracted by the phone. Boss, the phone. What about it? It's ringing. It sure is. Aren't you gonna pick it up? Huh? Why would I? Why wouldn't you? It's super suspicious. I don't know if it's a curse. The phone booth seems to be ringing. I didn't even know these could receive calls. I checked the surroundings earlier. There were no signs of a curse bearer or any curse echoes around. The ringing of the phone is the only sound cutting through the quiet park. Oh, give it a rest. Do you have anything better to do? Well, not exactly. Why don't you pick it up? Maybe because I want to fucking look at the body of this poor dude who died, aka Shogo. A young man in his 20s killed in cold blood. He's definitely dead, but I can't quite discern the cause from what I've seen. There are no obvious external wounds, but what is that leaking from his mouth? Water? Are you really gonna make me care? I'm gonna look around. Fine. What's this? There's something stuck to the side of the phone. Yes! I at least got a sticker. I didn't expect that from me doing that. Come on, boss. That's not what we're supposed to be searching for. Okay, fine. Well, we better go check it out. You're right, but be careful. It could be a curse. That's why I wasn't thinking about answering it, dingus, but you couldn't let it go. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. I'm gonna put my own interpretation of this. Fuck you. It ain't damn it, it's fuck you. Hello? Kinshibori Park, phone booth. Are you fucking with me, Tsutsumi? Or were you just too scared to answer the phone? Who is this? I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Tsutsumi himself. Ah, wait, that's Chief Inspector Tsutsumi now, isn't it? Come a long way since we last met. I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together? What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround. Wait, is this Fumachika Nejima? Oh my god, motherfuck, we don't need this right now. What, did you say Fumachika Nejima? Like the one from the, Nejima murders? I don't know if it's Nejima or Nejima. Ding ding ding, you got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tsutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in the cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. That it did. I repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. Bullshit. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? This is the real Fumachika Nejima. He must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Damn it. What is your goal? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light, been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. An opportunity arose. It was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting. That's a long time to nurture a grudge. You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. And I did it all for you, Tsutsumi. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy. Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me and I won't do it again. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I always hated you so fucking much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would sate me, asshole? You must be crazy. Yeah, we're both crazy. We got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm gonna kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss? What about me? Shut the fuck up, idiot! Are you stupid? Or wait, are you just trying to protect me? Why are you... Inside thoughts. I know you're a rookie cop, but inside thoughts. You dumb fucker. There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you fucking dare. I'm warning you. Ooh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo. Wait. I swear to God, if his daughter is that crazy ass bitch who wants to bring an artist back to life. I hope not. Anyway. She does. No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay. I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. Fuck you. I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times. I won't let that happen. Oh, okay, so that's the last thing. How do you know where I am? That's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun wrecking your tiny little brain for it. Guess I could give you a little hint. Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. Yeah, this dude has a fucking curse stone. Great. Of all people, this asshole has one. Not surprised. Sutsumi, you have the Evergreen Beach, no? Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of a curse? Indeed. And what a peculiar curse it is. But that's where my hints end. God damn it. The curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. Ah, one more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. This is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't. Oh, well, with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one, which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Hmm. Who knows? Then how about I kill you first? Oh my god. Then how about I kill you myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole? Idiot. You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away from you. There's no running away for you. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima. You got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid. Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. This fucking cockstain. I'm curious what his ability is. I'm really curious what his ability is. There you go. Did you catch all that? Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is going to make things tricky. Me with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a whole lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. We'll use them to find out where he is, but then we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye, boss. Jesus Christ. Later. It was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths were discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo's serial killings still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Hoshimi. At Tsusumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumichika Nejima's whereabouts. Tsutsumi and Eryo themselves spent the rest of the night looking for the curse bearers in that area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. 12 hours to sunset. Oh god. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Okay. Let me continue with him first, and then I'll go back to her. Oh god, shit is getting worse by the minute. Why the fuck do we have to have that crazy asshole with a curse stone? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They kept hinting at it. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough? Forensics had finished their investigation, and the body's been carried away. That said, we're still closing the park to the public, at least for the time being. This place was really giving me the creeps last night, but it looks pretty normal now with the sun out. He's been up all night gathering information. Must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. Give me a chance to rest up. Well, we got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking for the keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess I better see what Eddie has found out. Boss, let's not go about this at random. We should think carefully about where and what to investigate next. I had to see what move meant, okay? Just calm down. Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks. The floor is yours. Okay. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one. The young man we found here. He's been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of his asphyxiation due to the water in the lungs. He drowned. Wait, what? How? Okay, hopefully you guys are not hearing that. I can kind of hear it through my headphones, but I think it should be fine. I kind of don't want to close the window because it's too loud. It's too hot. He drowned? In the middle of the park? That's not possible. It's gonna be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, boss. Sorry, 1 second. Isn't this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries, too? Yeah, it's the Whispering Canal. I remember that. Because of the prologue. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between the canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Hideo. You're starting to get the hang of this. So let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamizawa. The victim had been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. Do I know who that is? Oh, person of interest, Nope, I don't have them here. Okay. Although Tawako sounds fucking familiar. I'm blanking, and it sucks I'm blanking. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Meaning... The Hunting Clappers is for fire. It's not the Evergreen Beach, because that's what we have. The Foot Munching Mansion. I don't think it was that. The Ever-Burning Lantern requires you to be in the dark in order for you to die. Hold on one moment. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look into the different mysteries. I don't think it was the Fool's Procession. Okay. Oh, we don't know anything about that curse yet. Fuck. Who's a monster? So I... Yeah, I figured the Haunting Clappers was the one with fire, because you had to kill them involving fire. Nothing on that yet. Kills by crushing one who hears the command wash. So then it might be... Hold on. So... It might be... No. It might be the foot washing one. I didn't want to assume it was that, but... Oh, God. Okay, no. Yeah, this was the ever-burning lantern. Kills by disembowelment. One who finds themselves trapped in the darkness of the cursed echo. Okay, so it is a foot washing mansion. Okay. Exactly. Crushing is a foot washing mansion's modus operandi. The place where the body was discovered is also known to be related to the Seven Mysteries. So yeah, Yutaro did kill somebody. Then, is this Namagaki's doing? Shit, I wish I knew he used it. Wait, but I thought you did know. Because we knew he was lying, but if I used the curse, he would have died. That's the problem. If I used the curse, he would have died. Judgment at the Mountain Soul Dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it. And as for the third victim, he was identified as Kohei Janoichi, 32. Oh! The shitty teacher is dead. What the fuck? He was identified as Kohei Janoichi, 32, a teacher of Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. That I didn't expect. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of the courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school? Not just any school. Komagata houses one of the Seven Mysteries. If I can guess... I believe it houses a fool's procession. That's right, I was gonna say that one, I swear. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. Shit! I was sure that it was that one. I see. Either way, it seems all three victims can be tied to the Seven Mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all pulling the strings. But you got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. That's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in the place connected to the Seven Mysteries. It looks like he also died by drowning. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the Seven Mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh, really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. What the? Sorry, my bad. One moment. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. God damn it. Click away for one fucking... Forensics has finished their investigation and... never mind. Hello? God, that was just off the serial killings. Okay. Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. But we can't rule out that there are more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems like the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. That's great news. So basically we're safe during the daytime. Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. You must have known curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye, boss. Let's do this. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namagaki had the foot washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern. We got both of their curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided reed. Yeah, that about sums it up. We better figure out who the remaining 5... We better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. Which also, by the way, for those of you lurking, even though it says the 7 mysteries, in actuality, there's 9 mysteries, but they've already explained that maybe somebody just didn't want to update the number, and they figured that 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue better than 9 mysteries or something like that. I don't know. So they decided to do that instead. They said that there's a rumor that it could be 15, but as far as they know, it's 5. It's 9. Yeah. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Alright, boss. Sounds like we got our work cut out for us. Ugh. My bad, guys. We're gonna be on here for a minute. I asked around Sumida's community safety bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. It seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Oh, he was investigating her suicide. Michio is the name of the friend for the high schooler that wanted to bring her back with her stone. Yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide, looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed a suicide and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. Huh? What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it. Yes, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. Oh, was she killed the same way? Was she killed the same way as the teacher just now? What the fuck? Who? So there's a chance it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. Excuse me. This is turning into quite a grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly. So I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and the traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shirayushi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch of... Oh my god. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully they'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Remember the girl? Oh, fuck. So that was something different. Alright, met with the day he died. One Hitomi Okuda. Okay, there we go. Community Safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand. Not even an address? Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now, but she could be a key witness. Can we have Community Safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might get tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Because of the teacher who died. That's right. Alright, but if... Excuse me. Alright, but if it's not something we can do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. I got some information from Yoshimi's fiancée from Community Safety. Her name is Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. Why is that highlighted? Not her name, but just 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. That's oddly specific to highlight. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community Safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. I got a bad feeling. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? Okay, that's what she looks like. And this is her husband. I feel so bad. Okay, I'm flipping my phone. I keep getting notifications. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps? It's fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. Yoshimi was so well liked and they've been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors. I guess so. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. It could be that the same person who was out for Yoshimi is after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Now the bitch. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima, but so far we haven't received any word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work? About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. Around the time Michio died. Huh. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives. It gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. Dude, oh my god, his probation officer is dumb fuck. That or he knew him. He also said he lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's just sloppy. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. So Nejima got to fuck about unsupervised. God damn it. That asshole is annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or sanity, whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot has been filed. That's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima, yeah. Did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her in protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to her house either. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Damn. She really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we sent an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if her former father, can't find her, how the hell did Nejima do it? Former, huh? That could steep. Yikes, sorry, it just kind of slipped out. Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his curse to Echo. Back on that topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Ah, right. One of the most gruesome of the 7 mysteries. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it until we find something. I'll check in with the HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shiraishi's house to find out more about her. Well, I guess let's see what's at the high school first. Okay. So she made it through the night. Did her friend hope? Oh wait, yeah, her friend did survive. Yeah, in a different branch, I accidentally got her friend killed. I accidentally got Mio, who we're talking to right now, killed. But you had to do multiple branches, I'm guessing anyway, so redid it and managed to fix her dying. Well, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Huh? You're up? Huh? It's morning. Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh, I'm... Considering what happened last night, do I really want to fuck with her and do that? Do I really want to fuck with her and do that? Shit. I almost really want to fuck with her and do that. Let me start off nice for now. Considering everything that happened, especially because they almost died last night, I feel like that would be really scummy of me to do. Yes, Yako Sakazaki. Good, seems like you're fully awake. Oh, Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse cycle or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in this situation, it's the best that you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just, who are you exactly, Mio? Oh, well, the truth is, I've been training in these things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. Huh. That sounds like it must have been tough. Yes, it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as an apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that have that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student? Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. Oh, you got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against that evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all of this. But for now, let's head to school. Yeah. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its power is diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? Right. I do have it, but... Yako? Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back, I mean? I can't approve of it. The right may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true. Yeah, like, while I get it, I empathize. It's really not a good idea. I don't think I could ever do that. If somebody ever said, hey, you want to bring somebody back to life? We promise there are no side effects to this. No, that sounds too good to be true. And especially if they're like, hey, you want to bring somebody back. However, you have to kill this many people to bring this person back. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it? Yako. I promise I won't use the curse, no matter what. But maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward. Okay. But if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right. Thank you, Mio. I don't trust that shit, because you were about to murder the fucking man in the spirit that was... No, you're about to murder that teacher when you saw him last night. The one that's dead now, but you were about to murder his ass. I also have a bad feeling. Whoever killed Michio is the same one who killed that teacher. Oh, I don't like that. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. This big group of people and police in front of the school. Oh, they probably haven't heard. They probably haven't heard that Jinoichi's dead. Did something happen? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. Time to find out. The teacher you guys were looking after, or the teacher that you found, is dead. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? Can we talk about this like 5 blocks away from any cops or anybody else without accidentally drawing suspicion, please? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Oh, okay. Mr. Jinoichi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way. Why? Could it be? Because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Jinoichi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises, like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very unlikely it has something to do with the curse. He was saying someone used their curse on him last night. Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary. Eesh, so the curses really do kill people. Did you think they were joking? You were about... She's a high school student. I get it. Excuse me. And someone used it. Shh. Keep your voice down, okay? Again, talk about it like 5 blocks away. What would happen if another curse bearer hurt you? Sorry. I wish we had a little more information, but they locked up the front gate. Maybe we can sneak in through the back entrance? Oh shit. That person over there. Isn't that Tomi Okuda? You're right. That's unusual. Right, that's who Okuda is. That was the one who Mr. Jinoichi was talking to in the middle of the night while Mio and Yako were doing a fucking Ouija board seance to try to talk to Michio. Oh, but she was at the school last night too. She must know something about Mr. Jinoichi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me! Huh. So you're telling me the 2 of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. Huh? So that's what it was? Wait, what the fuck do you mean? I'm so confused. Before we get to Jinoichi's death, what about... Hold on, you can't just say that and then we just completely skip over it. Tell me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship with their target, or to their target, like siblings or a parent and child, but you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Sorry. I need to adjust this setting for myself because I'm kind of worried that might be too loud while I'm reading this out loud. And I don't want to keep pulling the headset off my ear. So give me 1 second to do something. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Hopefully you don't hear a double echo or something. Okay, there we go. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. There are people who in life are extremely powerful spirit sense, or a deep connection with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are lots of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed, though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host. The deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, Hitomi. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you can see them too with a little training. I think I might pass. I think it may pass. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mia? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything. You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. I guess that makes sense. It does really make sense. It absolutely makes sense. Jesus. Okay. Did you hear about Mr. Jonoichi? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. Were you there when he died? I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you, it was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out on the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed, "Ah! Somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio." Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else out on the ground? It was too dark to see where I was, or from where I was. But for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh. I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life, like, I was wrong, and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I better get it out of there. Or better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. So Maritina, the slight delay in hearing myself on OBS is not helping me. It's throwing me off horribly. But Martina, do you want to go to the school? Sounds marvelous. Sounds so fun. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Okay. I see. But from what you told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Janoichi and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you from what I heard him say. Okay, alright, never mind trying to hear myself. That echo is throwing me off way too much. Or just hearing myself and then hearing my voice just... okay, now, no echo and now I can fucking talk normally. Alright, my bad, guys. Did you tell that story to the police? Why would she? They're not gonna believe her. Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they believe such an insane story anyways. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police we're trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, right, he did die recently. That was the dude that we're looking into. It was... Nope. Hajime, there we go. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. No, you're not. You're not. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't. Yeah? This was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though, I'm sure it was hard enough for you. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio? I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Janoichi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the Seven Mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the Spirit Boy said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Oh, I guess I can't continue this until I do the rest of this. You tell me, last night, before you witnessed Mr. Janoichi collapse, can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Janoichi, they'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. Damn. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Janoichi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever, I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. You know, I'm glad he further confirmed how much of a piece of shit he is. Holy fuck. That asshole was the one, always acting like scum if you ask me. Is that so? Could you tell us more in detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? Okay, fine. What did you mean by Mr. Joinichi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her. Call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. You know? As if we didn't have enough fucking confirmation. What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. You know, have fun in the afterlife, Shinoichi. You're a piece of fucking garbage. No way. That's... how? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I have not known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Shinoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt like she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. I know. How terrible. Hey, tell me, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking about what he was doing. Walked in. Oh, fuck. I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around, but she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Shinoichi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. He told me, if you knew about it, why didn't you? You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me it was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michio, why? Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. So it was what we guessed. It was what we guessed. He saw her bring Harue's son and basically like lure Harue's son through like helping her for some shit. But whatever it was, or whoever was behind it, I bet you that it's worse than that. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he saw her with Harue's son. That's the extent of it. What happened? Don't know. For that long? The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there is more to a person than meets the eye, you know. There must be some reason. Dunno, got nothing to do with me. So, last night, how did it start? Ah, right. Remember that noisy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple of days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. Huh. So there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh. Another thing. One time, he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side. Must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no. Jesus Christ! Man, I hope you're not bullshitting me. I really hope you're not bullshitting me. That would suck. Whenever I get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to the park. And he listened to whatever it was I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over like usual. But something seemed off about him. Like he was worried about something. Worried about something. People need to speak to Hitomi, or cops or some other people need to speak to her now before she dies. I'm afraid she's gonna die now because she's given all this fucking lore. Yeah. He asked me for a favor, too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michio? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that... While they were together, he noticed that she had a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had? He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michio couldn't even tell the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonoichi was doing to her. Hard to talk to the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio? What is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird, kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it? But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that, yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Nakagoshi? Do you know him, Mio? No, I just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, he didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Hitomi? Yeah? That talisman. Would you mind if I have a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Okay. Jesus Christ. So last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had. Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to the school tonight. He even gave me the codes to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night, but nothing he said made any sense. Like that, I was really Michio and stuff like that. Wait, what? Huh? He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Junichi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Junichi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. I was doomed to fall for that creep. Junichi's trap so easy. Oh, to fall for that creep, Junichi's trap so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Junichi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way. You mean that really was her ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. Huh. Wonder if that's what happened. Alright. Then supposedly what the spirit board said was true, and that Michio's death was an accident. Then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living like that. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't really seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure. Thank you, Hitomi. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up, you were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later, and don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. What the fuck? Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Junichi was killed by a curse just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Junichi seemed to be different. The people in school at the time, other than us, were Mr. Janoichi, Hitomi, and old man Ashimiya, who he ran into. Ashimiya, excuse me. Ashimiya, who is Nejima. Unless if shit changed, Ashimiya is Nejima. But then who would have been the second curse user unless if it's Hitomi? Which means some of the information she could be feeding us is false. I was thinking it would be among them, but... No, you're right about one of them. But there was one more person. Hitomi saw a girl in school uniform with braids. Oh, right, she did mention that. Again, assuming if all the information she is giving us is the truth, which I kind of want to believe, but we'll see. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Janoichi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I was saying there are multiple. Oh, right, the person who killed Mr. Janoichi would have had to have been one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya? Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Janoichi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, that Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Arashi outside the main gate last night. Oh, that was before his stone got taken. He fucking... I forgot that information. This fucking asshole was there last night. What was the fucking information on that bitch again? Oh yeah, you had to be in total darkness for that, but it would make you disembowel yourself. Nobody was disemboweled. So he didn't kill. Because you would have to be in complete darkness for that. Shit. Okay. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. You did. It's likely he's involved with the curses, given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. So I have to be careful of old man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but as for what we do know, I'd like to find who is responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set us off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We need to talk to Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it? I'll help any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Oh, this is actually gonna force me to look. Nope. Okay. Okay. So Yes, maybe the candy shop? I doubt the bridge. I doubt the high school because the high school's closed. My immediate answer is the candy shop, but I almost wonder if I should try everywhere else first before I go there. I guess I could have saved it there. Whatever. Oh, my eye! Stop it! Maybe I should have gone with the coffee shop. Hey, Daddy the Captain, how you doing? And so, Miyako Suzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Yeah, yep. Let's do a location selection. Okay, yeah, I knew I was right. Well, maybe. Am I fucked? And so, yeah. Okay, so I gotta wait till after I'm done with the other sections. How you doing, dude? Hope you're doing well. What is, there we go. Okay, there we go. Do I want to go back to the mom? Actually, I may have to go back to the mom. Alright, let's see. What am I getting out of this? Let me save this on a different spot, though. What the fuck? Small slice of chocolate cake and knocking it back with the energy drink before you hit the treadmill. Holy fuck. That is incredibly brave of you. Holy shit, good sir. I feel like I would probably crash out mainly, one, because of the energy drink, but also because of adding the chocolate with it. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. It makes sense. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your curse stone looking? I didn't even get a plate or fork. I just palmed the slice like Mr. Incredible. Oh my god. I haven't felt anything from it since sunrise. Interesting. It's possible that its powers can only be unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done in what limited time I had. Very well, let's talk. You're gonna be surrounded by curses and death, but it matters little. My only concern is whether I can see my child again. Town is beginning to wake up once more. The clamor of society can be heard from beyond the garden gates. Like any day, a cloud of pollution drifts out from the industrial area. No one's in the mansion at the moment. The door has been locked shut. The housekeeper has already left after cleaning and preparing food. He's looking a bit tired. He must have been up all night investigating. By the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. And what's that? Our current plan is to steal a curse stone, but that's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with a curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes. Oh? I mean, I suppose I would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible? As long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you expect. I don't know, because anybody doing this, especially if for them they have a very good reason to do so, I feel like you would have a hard time convincing them to do that, especially if they have a particular reason to bring somebody back to life. Especially the person that they're bringing back, I assume, is very, very important to them. I don't think it would be as easy as, hey, we'll pay you and it'll be fine. Compensation. Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigemas, would it? Of course. Why any amount would be fine if it get the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did with the ransom. Okay, with that option on the table, let's figure out a strategy. Again, I don't think it would be that simple. I really don't think it would be that simple. Like, with that other chick who was so fucking insistent on wanting to bring back an Edo, an artist from the Edo period who's like fucking 90, and she's like, oh, but he may, like, I want to see where his art would go in 5 more years if he just had more time. And then there's the high school girl, Yako, who we just played as, who wants to bring her friend back to life. There's also, well, before he died, well, not before he died, the friend that Shogo was helping, Yoko in the very beginning of the game because she wanted to bring her dog that she's known since middle school back to life. Depending, like, I don't think it would be as easy as, hey, I'll pay you and that'll be the way to get around it. I don't know. Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind? Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dregs. Did you see the news this morning? No, I haven't. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found, but they've been nicknamed the Honjo serial killings. It's garnered quite some attention on the streets. Oh my. Only 3? That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul dregs. And for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little low on the low side. With this little activity all through the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone has garnered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action, and then offer them the deal. None of the curse bearers seem very okay. I wonder if the situation would be... Jesus, sorry, burping a bit. I wonder if the situation would be what the mastermind who kicked it all off intended. Now that's an interesting theory. You think there's someone behind this all? You mentioned hearing an agonized voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the curse stone. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in this area on purpose, and they are likely after the rite of resurrection as well. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers. You got a sharp mind, ma'am. Though it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dregs if they were after the rite, This would be very risky since as a curse bearer they themselves would become a target. So it'd actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearers moved less aggressively. That's right. But despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dregs themselves? You mean their intention was also to steal the souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start? Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is a safer course of action. Which is why I figured it best for us to attempt the same strategy. So how should we do it? There's still reasons to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. To be honest, I'm gonna keep my distance from whoever it is. There's some kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, they'll have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers, or we'll have to. How do you suppose we do so? At this point, all we can do is search. If there's a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs, can we be sure there even is a rite of resurrection? Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Seeing it might be for naught, do you want to give up, ma'am? Never. Understood. After all, we'll never know the truth unless we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them, but I only managed to get detailed information on 2. You're quick. I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire. I appreciate the flattery. Okay, Mr. Jojo Pose. First, there's Ayame Tono, the girl we talked to before, though she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student attending to University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midorichi Park. You even determined her address? You're not one to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire. I called every single university with ukiyo-e in the curriculum pretending to be her parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. Doesn't seem like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble. Didn't you attempt to follow her last night? Embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I can't keep track of her. And here I thought you were an investigator extraordinaire. Why is that like the 3rd time you said that shit? Jesus. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the cursed stones just like us, and it's best we act carefully around her. Next is a tall man who is dressed in black. I met him near Kinshicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. Impressive. What can I say? You better not repeat it. Starting to feel like it's the Vegeta thing where it's like I'm the prince of all Saiyans type of shit. He works as a secretary to Hihako Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name is Takumi Yumioka. Okay, now we're gonna get more information on this dude. The Hihako Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Honjo, correct? Yes, they've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown significant growth. I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She seems to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she want her factories running at full capacity. But with the harsh restrictions against industrial waste, a lot of the factories with older equipment had to be shut down. That's right, even 10 years ago, there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river. Many companies back then were more concerned with making a profit than protecting the environment. That shit's still happening now. I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they hadn't started for the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. Perhaps they're interested in seeing if the rite would be beneficial for their Product research into beauty and skincare? Now that's an interesting thought. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. This one seemed to be out collecting soul dregs, right? Indeed. I couldn't get a good look at him though, and I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. Well, that's a shame. I know who that is though, it's Araishi. But at this point, I don't know what time it is, and this motherfucker was definitely collecting soul dregs. He most likely gave his stone already to Setsuo. Like at this point of the story. But I can make an educated guess. Oh? You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the Rite of Resurrection? The one that lives here? Or near? His name is Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was very similar in structure. Oh my. Even he's involved? How awfully suspect. Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair? I think it's possible, yes. Which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him for the time being. Safety first. Understandable. Of course I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him. I prefer to ascertain who else is a curse bearer. First, I'll return to Hihaku Soaps to see that Men in Black. Their headquarters are down in South Wadagesui Street. Okay, now that's done. Next on the agenda, I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. The person was identified as a school teacher. His name was Kohei Janoichi. Do you think it was a curse bearer? Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, this means the two people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. Just when we were getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi's residence. It'd be wise to pay a visit. Understood. In addition to the 3 victims associated with the Honjo serial killings, there's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda Gardens. If strange deaths continue occurring like so, they're bound to inspire strange rumors. But those last 2 have nothing to do with the 7 mysteries, no? It's true. Both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved with those killings, or even with those killings. I'm not surprised at that. How? What if there were preliminary? Oh God! What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the 7 mysteries curse? I did not think about that possibility. What if this was a thing that had to trigger the Feast of Shadows in order for the curses to awake? Or to wake up? That makes complete fucking sense. Can we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it'd be easier if it were connected to those cases, or to those curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind. You're right. If we wish to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. We might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be a fine place to start. Right, let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. Oh, fuck. Where should I go to begin my search? Which places have stood out to me most so far? Oh. Oh, you sneaky bitches, you took away the cafe. You took away the cafe so I couldn't see. So, okay, that explains all of that. It's to prevent these three from bumping into each other. Okay. Maybe I'll go here. Maybe that's where I'll put them. Here we are at Ground Zero, Kamagata High School. I guess it's logical that the police got this place shut down. The teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now that the school's closed. The news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. Two people have died. A teacher named Kohei Jinoichi and a student Michio Shiraishi. Is there anything else to be gained here? I do. Assuming that Hitomi's still there, it seems the officers are still inspecting the scene. Entry has been strictly prohibited. Oh, are we just... oh, fuck. He appears to be wary of those police officers. Maybe the police really do have something against private investigators, just like in those detective novels. Why was the camera angled like that? Unless it was to show me that Hitomi's not there. This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Procession. I wouldn't be surprised if a curse bearer decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if the teacher was a curse bearer or not. I expect the police to be baffled since they don't know about the curses. I can ask around and see what the students have to say. Let's inquire. Alright, I'll go ask the students about Michio. I'm back, ma'am. So what did you learn? The school kids sure love a good rumor. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Jinoichi and Michio, most of which seemed dubious at best. Not surprising. Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought, but there was one story that caught my attention. Oh? Somebody that Michio is the one who killed Mr. Jinoichi. Really? The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard his mumbling and told the students. And then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. Rumors that juicy don't stay a secret for long. As for the other piece of evidence, a big-tailed girl in her school uniform was seen around school last night. Go on. Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio's the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames. But if it were true, I want to get a hold of her in order to hear her side of the kidnapping. If she's alive, that'd be ideal. There's still one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. A student had a list of student addresses on hand. That's an amazing find. I believe all the students actually have a copy of said list. It truly worries me how easy it is to obtain what should be confidential information. Agreed. Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands. Well, so far it hasn't, no? We say that. Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's not possible for us to visit Michio Shiraishi's house. Considering that every student has a copy of where people live, or that students have a copy of said list, who's to say the janitor doesn't? And if he finds out that Yako has a cursed stone, she dead. She is absolutely dead. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. It may do them well to stay home for some time, if not for fear of their safety. The police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about the students' mental health. I can see that. It's important that society provides a safe environment for the benefit of our youth. Some school policies could use some rewriting, especially those handling the students' personal information. That's right. I don't want a student being kidnapped on the way back home ever again. I expect criminals to grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where the authorities can't keep up. That's where outlaws such as myself come in. What's this about? Actually, just forget I said anything. Are you a vigilante, motherfucker? Okay. Michio's home. I expect her family might be able to tell us more, but it's a hard topic to bring up so soon after her suicide. Hopefully it's normal for a high school girl to keep things hidden from her parents, especially if it involves criminal activity. Okay. Oh boy! Jesus Christ, I'm getting bombarded with a shit ton of information tonight. Holy fuck. How did it go? I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family home. However, no one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door and all the lights were out. It seems to have been empty for a while now. There were a stack of newspapers out front. Alright, let me grab some water. I've been drinking so much water while I was playing because I've been reading a lot. So I need to hydrate, so give me one moment, guys. Okay, my bad. I am back. And continuing on from where the fuck we left off. Alright. Sorry, thought I heard something. Click on here. It's a bit quieter over here. It is a residential area after all. All those rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? I don't understand why no one's come to this house, even after Michio's committed suicide. I wonder if this place is okay. Oh, I'm afraid that you're probably not gonna like the answer. I never liked these messy and cluttered back streets. They give me the jitters every time. It's reassuring to have someone as strong and tall as Richter accompany me. He looks so unfazed. I suppose the detective is used to this kind of thing. Always investigating and chasing criminals. I wouldn't be cut out for it. Oh, I thought there was something else there. Social connections run deep in working class areas like this, so I decided to talk to the locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out that Shiraishi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. Is that so? I'll give you a quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in turn. So far, so good. What happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. Oh, great. Alright, abusive asshole. I did hear about that. Sorry, grabbed myself a snack while I was at it. Oh, we get the fucker's name. Okay. His name was apparently... Oh my god. Kakuchito Iwai. I might just call him Iwai, because I don't want to butcher the first name, even though he is a dick. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name. So what of this Iwai character? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the home. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams, pleading with him to not hit Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Oh, that's not good. Through this, the Shiraishi standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even during the day and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. That's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to the home. Probably because fucker was like, oh, too much heat, time for him to go. Fucking dickhead. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up with the Shiraishis entirely and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. It seems like they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? I feel like it's honestly hard to say. It could just be a loneliness thing. It could be that he gave a false impression of who he was until she was completely ensnared in his charm or something. I don't know, and I don't know. It's really hard to say. And he just said it. I've heard many stories where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worse. She was determined to send her daughter to a good school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine, people have all kinds of stories. I'm starting to think that the cursed stones might even dull your senses, and you just don't give a fuck about what happens around you. It might not be the case. It really could just be that after losing her son, that she just said, you know what? Your story has moved me. I don't care. Fuck all. But then again, the same thing happened with Shogo earlier in the prologue, where Haruhi told her story to him about what happened with her son. He's like, well, I feel bad. I'm not beat up by it, and you're not changing my mind. And his whole thing was trying to bring Yoko back, who he had only known for a month prior. So it's just, I'm getting the inclination that the stones may have something to do with really fucking with their sense of empathy. And because every single one of these people are going through grief, it makes it easier to take advantage of that, because at that point it's like you're not thinking straight. So to any other person who is not currently going through that, oh, I wonder if that's the difference with Tetsuo now that I think about it. Although I don't know how he came across the stone, or I don't know what would happen that he got a stone, because I still don't know what the requirements are that allow you to get one, unless we just happen to be in the right place at the right time for the 7 mysteries. That's the thing that I don't know for sure. The Shiraishis were dealt a tough hand. I can't imagine what it was like. Could it be that the girl was forced by her circumstances to take part in the kidnapping? That's what I'm thinking. But the Shiraishi certainly had lucked out with theirs, bringing such a violent man into it. Okay. I take it that's everything? Okay, I guess that is it. I would laugh if there were ghosts hidden in this shit, but I never noticed it. Yeah. Alright. Time to move. I guess we can go here. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters are on the other side of South Warigesui Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. So an influential person at Hihaku Soaps is potentially a curse bearer. Rector proposed we use money to negotiate for the cursed stones, but we could hardly outbid a large corporation if it came down to it. To think a small soap-making company could grow so much in such a short time. They have factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can see why the director and now chairwoman Natsue Yamamori is called the Queen. Collect all information on persons of interest? You mentioned that Takumi works as her secretary? That's correct. Do you think it's possible he's acting on her orders? That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. We also don't know for sure. Maybe she might have gone through some shit. That could be the reason why she's going for this. Actually, no. I do know part of the reason why, according to the prologue, assuming that Takumi is telling the truth. Where there's supposed to be an organization to make sure those stones are kept in place or like kept away from everyone else. Supposedly. Which means a couple of people are probably lying, but I guess we'll find out. Business is up and running. I can see people inside the reception area. He tells me he barely slept last night, and yet he seems to be brimming with energy. Was I too that resilient at his age? Perhaps it's what sets apart a detective from the rest? Back in the Edo period, the canal known as South Watagesui ran through this area, but it's been turned into a major road. Jesus Christ. Why do people do that? Why do people decide, yeah, fuck the water that's here, we're just gonna go ahead and make it a fucking road now? It's a bit away from Kinshicho Station or Ryogoku Station, though it's still considered a nice area. The stories of the ever-burning lantern and the foot-washing mansion both took place around here. One of the bodies discovered this morning was found by this road as well. This is quite a lively area, huh? Wait, we know about the foot washing dude, and yeah, we know who those two are. I still don't know what this other dude's ability is. I suppose you could call it somewhat of a city center? Anything else? First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. It'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for some tea, perhaps. Okay. So, an influential person. Okay. Except I can't go to the cafe. I guess they're gonna have me go here. Oh, here. This is Midorichi Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. Wait, I was trying to go to the fucking thing and then... What the fuck? Okay, sorry. This place is connected with the story of the Taiko of Sugata. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's home was also in this area. That might be why Ayame chose to live here. Why does it feel like there isn't much to do? Or at least, like, I need to figure out how to trigger that thing with the soap place. Because what the fuck? It seems picking up Ayame's trail is out of the question for now. Why did we even come here? Because I'm trying to find the fucking cafe. We won't get much done standing around here. Why don't I go and check out Ayame's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? No, I prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not. Just to potentially get a trace of her movements. Then be my guest. Okay, it shouldn't be long. I'm back, ma'am. So, nothing. I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I noticed the people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch in the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. Interesting. You got a sharp eye to have noticed them, despite them being so covert. Oh my god. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. Wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. We're planning on going that far? We won't get much progress sticking around here. Alright, fine. You want me to go to the cafe, but how the fuck do I get to the cafe? I guess. Okay, fine. I think I know what I need to do. Okay, so what I need to do is... Fuck. Okay, so that wasn't it. How do you want me to go to the fucking cafe? I can't go to the cafe. How? How do you want me to go to said cafe? Alright, maybe. Nope, that's about as many options that you can give me. Or do I need to give this up? Okay, I may have to do all this all over again then, because this is giving me the impression that I can't continue. Okay. Okay, so I'm stuck here. I can't go any further. Alright, so I'll be working on him. I will call it here. I was planning on continuing reading, but that's a lot of information for me to digest. So I'm gonna give myself basically some time to just like basically chill. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call it here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for the night, because I don't know if I can keep up any energy, unless if I attempt to probably play more Lies of P, I guess. Fuck it, I'll do it. I just can't talk for too long. Actually, not. No. Lies of P, I guess I'll keep it for tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. If I do end up streaming again later, we'll see. Maybe if I have the energy, but I definitely need a break. And also, to be real, some food. I didn't realize how late it was, and I want to go ahead and eat really fast. So, can't guarantee I'll be back tonight, but basically, I think it's a safe bet that I can go ahead and call it here. Let me see. Is there anyone for me to raid? Actually, yeah, no, never mind. I'm not entirely in a super mood to raid at the moment. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it here. Brain can't function. Alright, but quick shout outs to people. Thank you, Daddy the Captain, for dropping by. And also, quick shout out to my homies, where you will also see people like, Shadow Trigger FF8, JRPC, Stray Command, Sick Chris, Urzumi Kazuki. Check a night and whole slew of really cool and amazing content creators that I highly suggest checking out. On that note, this is the last stop on this fucking train for tonight. If I come back on later, cool. If not, I will probably see you guys tomorrow if I'm being real. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you next time. Later.